clouds are behind us. If they catch us, we have to quit.
Ruston, welcome to this edition of Cart Cam. The long-awaited request from many people getting you on Cart Cam.
Yeah. They don't know what they're wishing for.
You had a good drive there. I'm going to ask you some difficult questions today. I'm going to ask you things like your Mount Rushmore of certain positions on the spot. It's going to be really tough.
Okay.
I haven't thought about it either previously, but I'm going to try to come up with mine too.
Sounds good.
First tough question of the day. Mount Rushmore of Tennessee quarterbacks. One's obvious, but the other three, you got four choices.
I would go Peyton, Heath Schuler, Condridge Holloway, and T. Martin.
It's exactly the same four I would pick. Because, I mean, T's the national champion, so you got to have him on there.
With an honorable mention for Andy Kelly.
Yep. I know a lot of people would probably say Tony Robinson, but he's not as good as the other four you just mentioned. Statistically speaking, Josh Dobbs has a strong claim for rushing yards and stuff like that, but I think the four that you mentioned are exactly the correct four.
Where's Justin Worley on that list?
He's probably 5th or 6th.
Nate Peterman in the top 10?
Yeah, for sure. I got about 3 feet off the ground, but it went straight.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. So if you could pick one person to be on our show that we have not yet had on our show, who would it be?
Tony Vitello.
That's quick.
He's incredible on camera. He's an engaging interview all the time. He has people don't realize what depth of knowledge he has of a lot of topics, not just baseball. MLB Network found out when they had him help host the first round of the draft.
Yep.
He's somebody they want on camera as much as they possibly can.
Absolutely. If I could pick one person, you would not certainly be near the top of the list. I think my one person would be Peyton Manning. I'm sure it'll never happen, but who knows, maybe.
You're going to need a significant budget upgrade.
Yeah, for real. You mean $0, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not acceptable to people. What's your favorite hole at the Ooltewah Club?
What number is the one on the back 9 that doglegs hard up the hill to the left?
15.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
That was Ryan Prairie's favorite too.
Because it doesn't matter how bad I am on that one, it's probably still going to be in play no matter what. There's just a massive amount of space to hit into. So I like big wide open holes. They make sure I'm not as bad as I really am. That's a good spot.
Yeah, I'm hoping it didn't go in that bunker. We'll see. Ruston, you're playing substantially better than I am right now.
Yep, blind squirrel finds a nut.
We're recording this on Friday the 17th. Last night was our 190th episode. Almost 200 episodes in. What would be your analysis of what we've done so far?
I think it's been interesting the amount of celebrities that have said yes. I would not have expected that when we first started. It's been interesting how easy a lot of them are to get on the show. I'm real curious to see what happens over the next 30 to 40 episodes, you know, how much it expands, what opportunities are presented that can continue to grow it, what kind of reach we can get to. That's probably going to be most interesting to me.
How appreciative of the Ooltewah Club are you? They're title sponsor now.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely gives credibility. It gives a new level of expectation. You know, they've been extremely good to be a sponsor, and looking forward to seeing who's next. You know, what else gets added on, whether it's sponsoring a segment or sponsoring something else on the show. I'm very curious to see what gets brought out by the Ooltewah Club being our sponsor.
Here's a tough question for you, and I really don't know who I'm going to say. I got two in my mind, but that's it. In light of Dylan Sampson breaking the single season rushing record this year, Mount Everest of Tennessee running backs. That's a much tougher question.
That's a long list.
Yeah. That's much tougher than quarterbacks.
Well, I think Dylan Sampson has to be on there just because of numbers. I don't think he's actually in the 4 best running backs ever at Tennessee. I just think he benefited from a system and a schedule that lent itself to his numbers.
Yeah.
I would put Jamal Lewis on there. I would put Reggie Cobb on there. And
I agree with both those two.
I need a 4th. Probably I'm gonna say Travis Stevens, but I could say 10 other people just as quickly.
I would go Travis Henry, and then my 4th one, I don't know. I'm with you. Jamal Lewis, Reggie Cobb. I'm gonna say Travis Henry, and I mean, you can make the case for Travis Stevens because, gosh, I don't know.
I mean, you got Chuck Webb, you got Cedric Houston. I mean, even Arian Foster, Montario Hardesty.
The greatest what if, or what could have been, Alvin Kamara.
Yep. Jalen Hurd. I mean, when you look at just sheer numbers, Jalen Hurd's numbers were obscene. So many.
Aaron Hayden was good. James Little Man Stewart.
Jabari Davis.
Yeah. I don't know who my 4th would be. Like I said, I don't think Dylan Sampson is one of the 4, but you can make the case he deserves it just because he holds the single season rushing record. I guess just because of that, I'll give it to him.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Oh man. Oh man. So close. Hey, Bobby. Well, I apologize I wasn't recording. We just missed your best shot of the day.
Blind squirrel. Is that you or is that them?
That's me. I'm over there.
Oh. So the Department of Education just really communicated really poorly what they were trying to regulate. It wasn't NIL money. It was some legislation on basically revenue sharing. And the idea that all these schools are going to sign up for a revenue sharing model that the NCAA is going to manage. And so what they said was the revenue sharing schools have to agree that all revenue sharing will be considered need-based financial aid and will be shared equally due to Title IX. Problem is, when they said it, they accidentally lumped NIL in with it. So it's just really bad communication, and they showed their ignorance by lumping NIL in because they didn't understand that the schools don't manage that, nor does the NCAA. So the entire communication was just botched, and it'll be interesting to see how they try to walk it back or try to completely just say never mind and reboot because they just completely misconstrued everything.
All right, so you got to the water, 98 yards to the water, 120 yards to get over the water, 194 yards to the green.
Might as well go for it. Oh no!
I saw it bounce.
If it didn't hit that branch,
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Holy cow!
That was a good shot. We got one hole left. As always, I've enjoyed being out here with you. Golf's fun, company's even better. So, last question just about the show in general. What's been your favorite thing that you've seen develop out of what we've done so far?
Huh. That's a hard question.
Mine is how interactive the community and the comments are. That's been a really cool. That's been a really cool surprise and really neat.
Yeah, I would probably go with that too. The people who have gotten to know each other and actively talk to each other.
When Zach died.
Yeah, probably the thing that stands out the most is the night Zach died.
People are watching this and they're like, why are they laughing about it? He didn't really die, just so you know.
He's still around.
Yeah. Somebody was imposter was letting us know false information.
Very well, actually.
Yeah.
So that was probably, I think, watching people react when they thought Zach was dead was probably the one moment that stands out the most. And I think it actually opened the door for a lot of future conversations as well. I think it drew some people closer together that
I agree.
had just in the past just kind of been fringe participating, who all of a sudden got really engaged.
Well, you think either one of us going to hit a hole in one on this one?
No.
I agree. That was straight, but it's not going to get there. Well, neither one of us got a hole in one, but
Nor did either of us get close to a hole.
yeah, you're right there in the front part of the green.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you got to putt for par here. Go in. Go in. Go. Oh my goodness. That missed by like 1 inch.
Yep. Kept turning until it didn't turn anymore.
Well, we gave the people what they wanted, Ruston. Thank you for being on this episode of Cart Cam.
Oh yeah. We'll do it again soon.
Absolutely.